They say that the younger generations are destroying things,
Hmm.
right? What's something you want to warn the younger generation that they're destroying if they keep this up?
That they're
So,
destroying.
yeah. So, what do you feel that the younger generation is destroying?
My brain cells.
That you kind of want to warn them that, like, hey, if you guys keep this up, you're gonna ruin this.
I'm just gonna be very broad with this because
Yeah, it could be anything. Yeah.
well, no, because like I don't want to get too political about it, but
Oh,
I'm just gonna be very broad about it. It's just literally almost everything, especially with social media. Anything they see on social media, they'll believe it's true without really like knowing any of the actual facts.
what? Aliens are not real?
No, not even
No,
that. It's just
I'm
like
just gonna go ahead.
it's just like not even that. It's just like they misspread information that's like completely way off, and then like they don't. Well, not a history buff, but like I do like a lot of like history stuff.
Yeah,
History was one of my favorite classes and one of my favorite subjects in high
you
school.
sound like
But
my brother.
Yeah, I feel you. I think what you're trying to say is they are more interested by what is entertaining than what is educative. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah,
Yep.
correct.
It's more easy to and more addictive to get entertained than trying to read a book or trying to know about stuff that will take time to sit down and do shit.
and then a lot of them just do stuff to get the attention. Like they'll do
Hmm.
really stupid pranks, and then
Chasing the clout.
yeah, chasing the clout. They gotta stop chasing.
Cool.
There was this one TikTok video my coworker showed me
No, I was
where
saying cool because I was looking at Rosalie's tattoo. Sorry, go on. No, sorry, go on, go on.
Which one, the daddy one?
No, the one on the freaking your elbow.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
to what Marco said, cause coworker showed me a TikTok video. Was random blonde girl was chasing clout, right? She's like, oh, she was in front of a wall that had a bunch of gumballs,
Mhm.
used gumballs, and they just stick it, right? It's like a big historic decorative piece of art, and all she did was like smile at the camera, and then she starts licking the wall. I'm
Sorry.
not even kidding.
I know.
It's
I'm just
years of used gum, dried up gum on the wall, and she just licks it for like a good 5 seconds.
See, it's
And
shit
that's the
like that.
video. That's it. That's the whole video.
It's shit like that. It's just like they're chasing the clout, trying to be viral on social media. Is
Right.
that they're just making themselves stupid.
Do,
They're
do,
making themselves more dumb.
do you think it's also kind of like the fault of the older generation to have not like l- that I kind of gave up on them? Like I'm thinking like an example is like I see my brothers not really into like social because they are like almost 10 years younger than me, right? So it's a completely another like generation. And even for my parents, even for me, like I didn't have a cell phone still I was like 18 and my brother's like 16. And like I remember my parents will educate my brothers about it. You know what I mean? Like instead of getting educated by their friends, by the trend, by everything, like make it an importance to what it is. But now the evolution of like social media in their life is so important in there and it's growing so fast that even the parent cannot catch up what is happening. So I feel the problem it's not really like what they are destroying, it's what we are not doing to help them continue.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
And
Like I feel a lot of people gave up on on their kids because it was way more easy to put them on a tablet, to put them on like TV, to put them because it's so much easy because they are so busy to make money to put like them into like interscholar like activities to do so much stuff than being kids and being themselves that now they act like grown-ups and they miss out what it is. Like I feel it's going so fast, but they're not like they cannot like get an idea or educate they get educated by the influence of others instead of like what it should be learned by the parents, the authority, what we do, what we are not doing for social media. Like I don't think like the young I think we can still learn about the younger generation about like just the most example is look at Billie Eilish, what she did. Like her creativity, she's an artist, you know? The younger generation are not destroying anything. They're just pursuing and living. But what we can do to help them to not be like that stupid because I feel like a lot of like for example people on TikTok as that idea that to get in life to made it is to have like 3 Lamborghinis and be called Jake Paul. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I feel that is really American too. Like I feel that vibe, that kind of like to make it, it's to be rich, having this big house, owning like 6 cars, and that kind of movement is really American.
It's called the American Dream, and it's
Yeah, exactly. I feel it, and the problem is it the younger generation or like the people didn't like let the people didn't like act on them and saying no the truth is some of people gonna make it you can make it but like it's not only that you know I feel there's a lot and I'm talking about like an outside point of view like I don't know like I'm not even supposed to say anything and judge about Americans. No way, because I've never been like there enough to judge on you guys. But for me, from outside, I feel like this is really like American stuff. Very, very like stereotypical what is happening right now for you. But is it their thing they're destroying? No, I just feel they're going with the flow because that's how it is now. We kind of gave up on them. So it's kind of like our problem.
see, I agree with you. I wouldn't say destroying though. The thing is, like, I don't think it's a lot of like parents giving up on them. It's just that it's overwhelming because when you think about it, social media and the internet's so accessible now.
Yeah.
Internet's fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
It's on your watch. It's on your fucking cell phone. Everything. It's everywhere. That it's kind of hard to keep people away. One good example
Yeah.
is that
Chromecast?
I don't know how it is. Yeah, Chromecast. I don't know how it is in Canada, but in America, there's a lot of schools that are actually giving kids Chromebooks.
Yeah.
Oh, I was close.
They
I had the Chrome
actually
part
give
right.
yeah, it's still Google, but they're giving kids actual like cheap laptops to use. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they're
When,
starting it off early for all the new generation.
Yeah, but in a way, they're starting off early, but like for me, like I find it so funny and extreme. Like the opposite side is they are more aware of the environmental like damage than I was when I was their age. You know what I mean? There's
Mhm.
so many stuff. I'm just like they're so advanced, but so like I don't know what to prevent them
Yeah.
because they already know what is happening. They have everything like under the fingertip. So I don't know if like I cannot like hate the younger generation. I cannot prevent them on anything because maybe like I'm defeatist, but like I'm just like it's already happening. You have nothing to do. Like it's our fault that we did it. Like I said, our fault, but it's like kind of like the cycle of life. Like
Yeah.
you are trying to do your best to live. We did, but we didn't protect others either. Like the boomer generation, like blame like the hippies, and hippies blame the boomer for the same thing. I feel it's always been like that. Like the younger generation will blame the oldest will blame the younger. We have
Yeah.
nothing to give them. What scares me though for you guys, it's all the political environment
Yeah.
and the ignorance of the younger generation. I feel like the younger generation are more ignorant of some like vital aspect of their life that they will need to have based on when they're gonna be like adult to make like decisions and stuff that will impact like the community and the population.
Yeah.
It's the same for us too, to be honest. Like we are not that aware of like even for me.
Yeah. Because kids these days, they we didn't have all this shit back then when we
No.
were growing
Mm-hmm.
up. You know what I mean?
Hmm. I feel like for me, just like the younger generation, they're becoming too dumb, too soft, too woke. They follow trends without getting the full context of a bunch of stuff. Like
Yeah.
they just follow trends and like because this person's doing it, I'm gonna do it too, and then they don't really know the
Oh my god!
history
Remember that whole
behind whatever's going on.
remember that
Mm.
little thing where it's like I don't know, like something happened to him or he got a girlfriend,
Hmm.
and then all the little girls that were fans of him started cutting the wrists.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was a
I
big
remember.
thing back then. I'm like,
Yeah,
holy
like they all
fuck,
They
they just
were
follow trends.
emo.
They're
That's what you
very
call them.
Christ!
they're
It was like,
mindless.
yeah, the mindless, it's just the mindless
So
fandom.
loyal.
I don't know
That
about loyal.
that that's my
I
that
wouldn't
that's
call it loyal, but
yeah, that's how I feel about the younger generation.
Mm. But are you like Marco? You are a father, like, and even like UK, you're still like a figure of authorities to younger people.
Still do my daughter
What
everything.
what what are you like more scared for them while growing up, and what do you do to prevent some stuff? Like I feel you both more in place to answer this question than me.
For me, I don't really think about that because she's still really young. I just want her to have fun and enjoy her childhood while she's still tiny. Right.
Mm.
For me, it has to be the fact that I sheltered my daughter a little way too much. So if you follow my daughter on social media, you'll notice that like most people, if you see her social media, you probably think she's spoiled. Um, the one thing I'm worried about my daughter's younger or that generation, because my daughter's how was K2 now, 16, right?
Hmm.
So the one thing I worried about is that they think money is is really easily obtainable,
Hmm.
right?
Mm.
So the one thing I worried about the most for her is that like once she graduates high school, this is high school, that she has to exchange her time for money and then her skills of what she have learned so far for money. And for her, um, I hope she understands like what like I feel as if the younger generation doesn't understand is that that money isn't as easily obtainable as most of these short little videos that people like, hey, you want to make money, just scratch excuse me, scratching your ass at home and then doing all this stuff on the laptop, right? No, money is not like that, especially with AI taking over most people's jobs and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um that the manual part of it all, that there is some aspect where um you're gonna have to be educated and obtain these skills in order to obtain money. Now, the reason why I said money should be something that should be taught for these kids in the younger generation that I feel like they're destroying, or not destroying, but it's more like they're oblivious to it.
Hmm.
Like they don't
Mm-hmm.
understand is that no, money isn't as easy as you think it is. It does not come out of a magic card. I say magic card because that was the joke that my daughter and I used to call my debit card and credit card. She used to call it magic card, right? That no, it has to come with an effort of exchanging things.
Yeah.
Mm.
For her, even up till this day, right now, my daughter spends about close to $100 to $200 a week
Shit.
on DoorDash, on food, on Uber to sometimes
Mm,
school and stuff like that. That's how much she spends. That equates to 1 day of work to me,
Hmm.
right? But she so used to dad, me paying for everything that she doesn't quite see it yet because she's not there at the office typing up Excel sheets and all that stuff and exchanging
mm,
time and money.
Hmm.
To her, she's like, I just gotta go to school and stuff like that, and then my dad take care of the rest. The younger generation, I feel as if they like unless they work, they really don't understand the amount of energy that it costs and time that it costs in order to exchange time for dollars.
mhm,
Uh, because the way that technology has advanced, money is so easily obtainable. Yes, to a certain degree, yes.
Mhm.
And they're so blindsided by that no, money isn't as easy as I'm gonna post my pic of my feet and I will get like $1,000 a month. No, it's not. It's not like that. So that's what I feel when it comes to my kid. I only have one, but like that's what I feel as if like it's something that I feel as if like they are destroying. And I wish that the financial education should be taught more for kids because we're going to destroy it because financial education right now currently is not taught in school. And most kids don't think no, most kids are not aware of the currency of exchanging time for money and
Mhm.
skill for money. They're not aware of it. Um, they just think that selling products online or promoting products online is the way that you obtain all that stuff, or posting your feet online. I say feet, but I'm pretty sure the
but
viewers don't.
even that takes time and you need like to work for it. But I
Correct.
think what they're saying, it's only the result and not what was like the work behind it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I say feet because I'm just being generalizing it as like only fam. I'll
Oh
just
yeah,
say
yeah, but even that takes time too.
yeah, that takes time, but they only hear the upsides of the people who made it, but they haven't
Yeah,
heard thousands upon thousands of the people who
exactly. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah. So and that's the oblivious part that I feel the younger generation is not being educated on, that it's
Hmm.
not easy to obtain. And and I agree with Rosalie too that is kind of my fault because my daughter um all she has to do is go to school, but she is not aware of the costs that it costs me as an adult, as a parent, to
Mm,
kind of educate her on. I mean, she is educated on it now, and she is a bit or fully aware of it now, but the younger generations are not. Because I've
mm,
seen her friends where it's like daddy and mommy's gonna pay for it, but my daughter understands that every single time she's late for school, it comes at a cost. Or every time
yeah.
I have to take a day off now, she knows it comes at a cost.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
If we talk about money, like I start working like when I was 13 and still don't know the fuck what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's not only educational but like even in practice, I feel also like in that way school now is not the same either. They don't like, for me for example, like I don't know about like how school work in American, like what kind of like classes you need to have and shit like this, but for us I feel like throwing out like budget economic class and throwing out so many basic classes that are now optional didn't help either.
hmm,
So I hear a lot of people saying, "Hey, classes should start implementing like teaching kids how to what taxes are, or
hmm.
or a
Hmm.
credit
Oh
score, what a
yeah,
credit
yeah,
score is."
I agree.
Mhm.
Because the magic card isn't forever.
I mean, it has a limit.
Yeah, there's a limit to the magic.
Oh yeah.
But my daughter calls it, my kid Haley, she calls it a magic card because anything she ever wants, she knows that it's that red card that comes out and it pays for
Jesus.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna have to tell her one of these days she gotta get her own.
See if she could use it the same. All right. All right. So should we move along?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Hmm.
right. let's see. Let's move on to this one. I have to do. I have to do this. I have to cover this because this was two people, no, three people asked me this question.
Mhm.
So I know that this is a pretty serious question. It's kind of broad, so answer it to the best way that you think it might be want to
Best
be
to our
answered.
ability.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So the question goes: should the person that you're getting to know, or talking to, or
Mhm.
dating, should they respond quickly when you message them?
I don't know, Rosalie. What do you think?
Man. Damn, the call out.
What do you mean to call out? I just want to know what she thinks.
For me, it really depends. I feel it really depends of if you know that the person you're dating or you're getting to know is
You're not dating them, you're getting to know them. All right, but go
yeah,
on.
you're getting to know them. As you're getting to know them, you kind of get like what they're doing. Um, so as you're getting to know them, if, for example, because that happened recently to me, if the
Sorry,
if the
sorry.
person, oh bro, if you knew what happened to me for the past few months, but like if the person comes to you first and ask you out and you are on the step of like getting to know each other and he show interest in first but is not able to and like respond that quick, and what I mean it takes like 2 or 3 days to respond, I feel that they are not that into you.
Okay, okay, all
Yeah,
right. No, no,
that's the
yeah.
same thing I was just thinking of now.
Yeah. Like if someone is interested to you, they will respond. I'm not saying in the like next few minutes, but they will like in the day. Like because technically, you can say with less than 2 minutes, "Hey, I'm busy right now. I cannot answer you. But when I'm done, what I'm doing, I'm gonna answer." Or, "Hey, sorry for the next days I'm gonna be out, I'm not able to answer, I'm gonna be busy." This kind of shit can be explained, but if the person just don't answer you, I mean, they're not interested. You don't like, and if the person answer you quickly also doesn't mean they're crazy. You know what I mean? Like I'm so tired of people like doing like the 5 minutes rules or shit like that. If I'm on the phone and you pop up in my feed, I will answer right away. I'm on my phone, you know? I don't know if
Yeah.
you get this, but like people told me that I was like crazy for that.
No,
And I'm just like, bro,
they
if
got
I'm
you.
not answering. And sometimes I believe that some people forget to answer. And a
Yeah,
lot and I'm that kind of person. I will
I'm
read a
guilty of that too.
message.
I'm guilty of that too, but sorry, go on.
I will read and be like the ADHD is real. Okay, I will be like, oh, I need to insert, and I will start doing something else, and I'm just like, fuck, I didn't insert for like 3 days, and I'm like, oh, oops, and it's kind of too late.
For me, I have over 100 employees who texts me and emails me, both. So
Yo.
sometimes I would open it, I read it, and I would go and continue on my messages, and
Mhm. And I feel a lot of people putting so much pressure now on the in between the dates, you know? Bro, you're not even together. You have a life outside, you know? If the time when you are like in real, like face to face time, there's something, you're on the fucking phase one. Like you're getting to know each other. Like it's not like you're dating, you know what I mean? If you're dating and you're not saying to me like, oh, I'm super busy, I cannot like I will be busy, I will be less on my phone.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will not like
agreed.
be suspecting, but there's also something so toxic that I hate is the push and pull game that
Yep.
like some guys will do. Like they will be quick to answer for a certain time, and after that, no answer. just to keep you waiting, and this is pissing me off. This is pissing me off. I gave up. I'm just like, when I
Um,
see this, I'm just like, okay,
let
bye.
me update my Pokédex real quick.
A
Push and pull game. Got it.
lot of pushing, no pull.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kate doesn't pull out. We all know.
No pull out, just push. If she a granny, push.
But yeah, I feel that's for me. Like, people are also overtaking that. Oh, maybe it's just me. I'm just like, I'm not really good in the dating phase and dating area. I'm just like, can it be what it is? And I don't play games. Also, like, at the first date, I will be, yo. I'm not on like any dating app. I'm not like looking. You invited me because you wanted to know me better, but like, I accept because I find you cute, attractive, la la la. But like, just to let you know, I'm not doing that often. So be grateful that I'm here. Like, I really want to get to know you, but I'm not here to play games. And if you're not looking for a relationship, don't call me again. We can be friends, but like, I am not here to just like hang out, try to fuck, and bye bye. And what happened, it's he was on the same page, but technically he wasn't. And why is it so hard to just say, I know I'm not looking for the same thing? I will not get offended.
Mhm.
So why like texting and not texting, texting and not texting, and shit like this? So that's my point. Stop playing games and just answer if you want to answer. And if you're not interested, just tell them. And if someone doesn't answer as fast as you want, why does it bother you? Why does it bother you that this person doesn't answer quickly to you?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like I feel that's kind of a problem too. Why are you waiting for the person? Like, just go live on your life. You were good before you knew them. So why are you waiting for them? Anyway.
Games with my heart.
Man.
The Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
No, I understand, but Marco, you look like you have something to say. Let's go.
Yeah, I
Go
was gonna
on.
say all I got from this was slide into Rosalie's DMs as if you're trying to buy something off a Facebook Marketplace. Like, hi, I'm interested. Is this still available?
Exactly. I feel it's better for me.
Consistency is key.
Because like, have you ever gone on Facebook Marketplace and you see something that you like, and then you go click on it to read the description, and it's like, "Hi, is this still available?" Or like, "I'm
Mm,
interested." I was like, "Is it still available?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." That's all I got from what Rosalie said is slide into the DMs like if it's Facebook Marketplace.
What do you think? What do you think, Jay? About like, if you're getting to know some girl, should the response be kind of quick, or what do you think?
I agree with Rosalie. I'd say like 24 hours.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to
mm,
be immediately, but
Yeah.
do a follow up. That's
Hmm.
all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And it does depend on the individual. Like, when you get to know someone, you're in like the honeymoon phase, I guess. You
Yeah.
got
mm.
to talk to them, or you got to know them.
Hell yeah.
And it depends on your significant other if they reciprocate the same way or they're not interested.
Hmm.
But I would say, like, to answer this question, I'd say like within 24 hours.
I also agree with Rosalie too that if you're busy, it only takes you like not even a minute to say that you're busy. I agree with Rosalie on that part too. It only takes a
Mhm.
second. Now, my take on this is that if the person is interested in you, no one is too busy to send you a message back.
It'll
Hmm.
make
And
time.
then
Mhm.
thing that I've always kind of taught like my friends and family who ask me about dating advices, and I've used this a lot on dating advices, right? Uh, if the person is interested in you, they will find time or make time to spend more time with you. That's including replying.
Amen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No one is far too busy that they can't either A, reply back to you, which is the question itself, or B, find time to spend with you to get to know you more.
Mhm.
So the fact that they can't make the time or cannot, I guess you can kind of say, generate the time or create it right for you, it just means that they're not that interested in you, or they're not interested in you. Because for me, I would drop a lot of things is if it's the girl that I'm slightly interested in, I will find time to reply back. I will find time to tell them, hey, I'm slightly busy. I'm at work right now. My hands are tied. Or I will
Mhm.
find times like, you know what, I do have an opening between 5 to 7 p.m. tomorrow. And hey, can we just meet up and just get coffee really quick? And it just any excuse just to find time to spend with you if they're interested in that person. So I feel as if the person isn't replying to you as swiftly or as smoothly, then they are obviously not that interested in you.
Exactly.
That's what I feel.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I agree that if you're getting to know the person, which is what the question is asking or entailed, that should they be responding quickly? Yes, they should be somewhat responding quickly within the 24-hour time frame, like Jay said. And what Rosalie said, if they're busy, it should take about 1 to 2 minutes to tell you that they are busy. I feel
Yeah.
as if they're interested in you. That is the correct answer. Because if they're taking way too long, then they're not that interested in you. Not not slightly not interested in you, just straight up not interested in you.
Mhm.
Straight up
Mhm.
not interested in you.
Yeah, and it's about what you're looking for too. Also, if you're a fuckboy, you will act this way. But if you're not looking for something serious, it's fine. But if you're looking for a relationship, like I still feel like communication is key. And if there's no communication, there's no relationship. So you have your answer here, like because I don't think that person will change his behavior or her behavior like with times go on. Like if they are acting this way and it makes you uncomfortable because they're not answering like as fast as you want, I mean they will not change that.
Yeah, it
And
won't change. If anything, they'll get too comfortable.
Yep.
Here's my take on this. So I agree with you guys. As long as they respond within the same day, then they're still interested. If they take 2 to 3 days just
Then,
to reply back, they're 100% not interested.
yeah.
and
How
also it's about what they're saying. Like sometimes it's just
that's
Oh,
true.
fucking
like
boring
an
shit.
open-ended question.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
my take is like everyone has their own lives. They're busy. Yeah, of course they can make time. But there's times where if your job is like very fast paced, you just gotta like keep going.
Yeah.
What they can always do, like if they're busy and then like they're finally out of work, they sometimes like they'll respond with like, "Hey, it's like sorry, like I'm responding until now. Work was so busy, blah blah blah." They'll like banter real quick and then
Yeah, inform like
and continue the conversation. And that also lets you know that the fact that they were even though they were very busy and they couldn't respond to you, that just shows that they were still thinking about you and they just
Mm.
couldn't respond to you within that moment.
yeah. Yeah, like what Rosie says, you can inform them that you are
Yeah,
slightly busy right
because
now.
like even if like you're busy, but you're like if your work is like very fast paced, where you can't even create like a couple seconds to be like, "Hey, I'm busy." As long as you let them know when you respond, be like, "Hey, I was
Yeah,
busy.
exactly.
Um, work was like crazy or whatever. I had to do this and that. I didn't have any time for this." Then it lets you know that even though they didn't respond to you right away, they were thinking about you and
Hmm.
respond to you. So that's another way to see that they're still if they're interested or not.
They're interested. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. That's our answer. Let's move on to the next one. Okay.
Hey,
Uh,
even AI agrees.
even
24-hour rule.
24 hours. Well, you asked the AI.
Did you ask your dad with the Chromecast?
Like that.
What age is considered granny?
Did she need to answer before 24 hours?
Yeah. How do you prefer to be seduced?
Mm.
Personally?